not being serious.
What does text say? Okay, have you let Clive know to be on there next? Cool. Seven minutes after 1 o'clock. Welcome to 702 Afternoons with me, Relebogile Mabotja, on this Tuesday, the 5th of August. Guys, you know what I just realized? I just realized it's exactly a month till I turn 40. As I'm reading 5 August, time is moving so quickly. I cannot believe it. Let me just take a moment. We're kicking off by finding out from all of you. Tell us where you live and what your observation is on the major suburbs or your suburbs that you feel are neglected in the province. There's a gentleman, and we will play the clip, who was expressing that in his view, his suburb is the most neglected. So not only do I want you to tell us about what your suburb is, but what are you measuring when you say it is neglected? I'd love to hear from you. Our tech feature will be talking about how fully digital plug-and-play stores are changing retail. We'll be joined by Michael Clampett, who is Asset and Property Management Executive. The second hour of the show, we kick off with our series edition. It's a brand new month. So this Women's Month for our series, we will be chatting hashtag Fem Effect with Femagene. And this first episode, we're going to talk about finding your voice in a noisy world. We'll be joined by Luna Ndamase, who is the first princess of Miss Teenager South Africa 2024 and 2025 for that conversation. Then our car feature, Nickel Loads, coming through. He takes all of your technical car questions. And we also will talk about how software engineers calibrate car engines to reduce warranty costs. So the lines will be open to you. 011 8830702, SMS us 31702, tweet at Relebogile M, at Radio 702 using the hashtag 702 Afternoons, and the WhatsApp line 072 702 1702. Which are the suburbs that you feel are the most neglected in Gauteng? And I'm happy to include not just the suburbs, even townships. But what has inspired this conversation is a gentleman that was sharing where he feels has been most neglected in the whole of Gauteng. Now, if you live in a suburb or wherever it is that you live that you feel is most neglected, you would definitely be speaking from first-hand experience. I'm curious as to what you use to measure which areas have been totally neglected, like terribly neglected, and where the problems are sitting. How do you measure? And it doesn't have to be where you live. Maybe there are places where you grew up, where you drive past now and you're like, what has happened to this place? I saw somebody showing Marabastad, saying this place has completely changed, that it is just worse than it has ever been. So I want to hear from you, and we'll take your calls on 011 8830702, the WhatsApp line 0727021702 for your messages and your voice notes, for you to share with all of us what exactly you use to measure that your area where you stay, be it a suburb or a township, has been totally neglected. Now, for the person who I happen to see expressing about this place, he goes by at the Vijev, Vijev on TikTok. And this is what he has to say.
Guys, I want to talk about Randburg, the specific suburb in Johannesburg. Randburg has so much. I believe it's the most neglected suburb, major suburb of Johannesburg. I was driving today through Municipal all the way to the other end, and the roads, the
Has this been posted on Facebook?
Melted away to the side, and I have to drive like this around to get
Okay, I found it.
to leave on the scene. Guys, have you noticed what the melted, parting ways? It's no, there's been no maintenance. The street lights hardly work. I think every time I enter Randburg from Malikongwe, there's no robots working. As a result, there's always traffic. And because of that, there are always accidents. And because of the accident, we had to wait 20, 30 minutes, bumper to bumper, waiting for people to clear out the cars. It's been a problem for a while, but now it's really bad. Have you noticed the same thing? What do we do? How do we? I mean, why is this specific area really, really badly managed? Is it because Randburg is just too large? It needs to be looked after. What can we do? Please.
And valid questions indeed to ask. Okay, what can we do? So he is referencing Randburg, which is quite a big area, but there are other areas that you might feel are neglected. You might say Sandton is neglected, but because you live on the other side of the bridge, it might be your township. And if you are from Randburg, in reference to that specific voice note, share with us if you agree with what the individual has said. We go to the lines on 011 883 0702 in the WhatsApp line 072 7021 702. Newo in Soweto. Oh my goodness. I think we seem to have a challenge. Just give us 1 second because I see our screen did light up of trying to answer Newa's call. Newa, hi. Yes, I can hear you. I'm well. Thank you. And for you, what are the other things you use to measure? I mean, you've spoken about the toilet situation and roads. What are the other things that you look at that maybe a person who isn't in Kliptown wouldn't consider as it being neglected? Maybe things that used to work properly before. Sure. Thank you so much, Neo. And where else in Soweto, seeing as you're from Soweto, have you seen? Are there areas that you like? Actually, there are areas in Soweto that you are seeing improvement. Try it now. It's the rate has gone off. Okay, thank you so much, Neo, for sharing. Saying Kliptown is being neglected. We go to the WhatsApp line. A message says, "Good day, Relebogile. My neglected township is Lehigh in the south of Joburg. The place has been just left like that. There's no clinic, no development anywhere around it. The roads have never been maintained." Another one coming through. Sunnyside, Pretoria, and Pretoria West. It is so bad there. Yo, please share with us where specifically in Pretoria West. But Sunnyside, I have not been there for a while, but I have not heard positive things about Sunnyside. We go again to the lines. Tato in Santon. Hi, go ahead.
Hi, the strategy of the power. The power and whenever I talk to it, I think about something that's like when 2020 and everything is about people, but guys, the power, the power, the power. First, right on the top step, there are two parts.
Yo. So how bad is it? What are you seeing?
I think the couple are in a cold and tender. I attended a funeral there 2 weeks ago. Still, right on the doorstep, cleaning, still, right on the doorstep, you became everything shut your attention. But I think the local grocery is because they don't go out. So,
Eish.
but when you come out of Oakville this week, when you come out of Cathedral and you drive out of Tower, out of the there, then you see that you're privileged.
Yo. Tato, thank you so much in Santon. People from Val, is it this bad? Let us know. Ricardo in Johannesburg, hi. Good, thanks, and you? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure. Yo. Ricardo, and I think the waste one is such a big issue. And just picking up on what Tato said, some of the areas are not even fully aware that they have issues because they haven't left their areas. So, we need to take a break. I see your calls and I see your messages. 011-883-0702. The WhatsApp line 072-702-1702.
Because when I just want to buy a so
Okay.
when we move around, this is a passport.
Now
Listen,
service delivery.
listen, Val.
In terms of issue, and I don't want to exaggerate this,
Listen to
I
me.
can say that we are now sitting at
In
4.
Fulham.
And then in terms of,
Mhm.
waste collection, that's
Yeah.
where our challenge
Oh.
is. We can give ourselves one. In terms of roads, I can give the municipality 2 to 3%. So in a nutshell, yes, there is improvement, but there's still a general failure at the end of the day. Clement, for you to improve first, you need to start from the beginning. And the beginning is where we are saying that we do acknowledge these failures and we don't want to hide them. Sipo Hadebe, who's the executive mayor of Mfuleni local municipality.
What a good.
I'm doing this one now. 702. Franchise your future with the vision to invest, the mindset to follow a proven system, and the drive to grow something of your own. But what does it take to build a business that thrives? Find out on Franchise Your Future on Afternoons with me, Lebogile Maboja, brought to you by Cash Converters on 702. Franchise Your Future brings you real stories and future-ready insights from the bold minds who've built proven models of success and the driven entrepreneurs who followed the recipe and made it their own. And if you're ready to take that first step, Cash Converters is giving away 10,000 Rand to help kickstart your journey to franchise your future. Enter now at primemediaplus.com and tell us why you want to open a franchise. Then catch Franchise Your Future every Tuesday from 1 p.m. on Afternoons with me, Lebogile Maboja, brought to you by Cash Converters. Your money, your momentum on 702. Let's walk the talk. Hush, I need to bother you.
Nothing says you're a genius but like selling your car to me by car.
Absolutely. My car was an 18th birthday present, and it's time to move on to something a bit more mature.
When you have a gap, can you help me loosen my bra straps? Because, yes, it's too tight. Oh, guys.
I did it on my laptop, football singing
It's
around
real.
the CD.
See my food, graduated and upgraded.
Abel, have I been buying coffee every day this week
Success here for you.
and last week?
Never,
A
not this week.
kind of thing. We've partnered
This
with
week
Sit
possibly.
to bring worldwide
Okay.
to your doorstep. So, you see how that's a serious thing? Because that's what you deserve. We know you're the GOAT. So, premium it is. Premium service,
please.
premium vehicles, premium you, premium us. Sign Stick. Extra to every, extra reach, extra countries, so you can be extra premium worldwide.
You know the one, the steakhouse that never misses. The sizzle hits the table. The seasoning is spot on. And for a moment, everything else fades away. Whether it's your go to for big celebrations or just a well deserved Friday night treat, they've earned your loyalty with every bite. Now's your chance to say, I see you. Nominate your favorite spot for Gauteng's greatest steakhouse at primemediaplus.com because Gauteng isn't just the hub of business, it's the home of excellence, and excellence deserves your applause. Gauteng's greatest awards with 702 powered by Yoko. Let Yoko counterfuel your business to greatness. Go to yoko.com to explore the new point of sale solution, saving hundreds of businesses time and money. Ah, my bra strap is killing me. Ah, guys, I don't know what happened.
50% for most of our goods for the year, still sinking in. Our government giving a fuller reaction. Essentially saying they'll keep trying to negotiate, they try and support firms that are about to lose a huge amount of business.
There should be a kind
Oh.
of that is actually put in place there, but up to the template that we have from NECOB, from NLCC to deal with these change challenges.
It was Suburbs was the CEO of Business Leadership in South Africa.
The Money Show on 702. Let's walk the talk. The Money Show with Stephen Curtis is brought to you by ABSA CIB. ABSA is a proud lead sponsor of B20 South Africa 2025. ABSA is a registered FSP. Your story matters. 702. Let's walk the talk.
702 afternoons.
With Relebogile Mabota.
24 minutes to 2 o'clock, and we're talking about the suburbs, the cities, the towns, the townships that you feel are the most neglected in Gauteng. Tell me why and how it is you measure. 011 883 0702 in the WhatsApp line 072 702 1702. Tap off from the Val. Earlier, somebody called in saying the Val is terrible. How is it going there?
I'm good, Lebu. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, no, just wanted to comment from the previous caller about the valley. Yeah, no, the whole region, the whole region in valley, it's rotten, from the townships to the suburbs. You see, I used to stay in Suburbs. I stayed there for 7 years. And there was a rich that was flowing. For that 7 years that I stayed there, the storage was flowing for that 7 years. And then I moved, I'm staying the other side of town, but still there's potholes everywhere, dumping sites everywhere. So one is literally rotten. It is beyond the grave. It can't be resuscitated. It's beyond the grave.
So, why is my English disappearing on me? In English, where are things going wrong? Sorry. Do you feel like it's the leadership? What do you think it is?
There's no political willing. So the politicians, I think everyone is corrupt this side.
Yeah, I hear you.
This is where I used to stay. There's no meters, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. If they charge you, they just estimate to say no, we'll estimate so much for these people to pay the rate and taxes. And then we pay rates and taxes, but there's no services. Hence, I'm saying that there's dumping sites everywhere. There's potholes, the small potholes that you are talking about in the Johannesburg, where they complain that no, there's potholes. I'm talking about grave.
Yep.
Not the road. Yeah, I'm talking about the big grave where you can bury someone.
Yep.
Main roads. And then storages that flows. The storages that flows wire. Sites everywhere. You see. So it's bad this side.
Yep.
At some point I went with my friends that were from the Val. We went to Ekurhuleni. They were very surprised. They say Ekurhuleni there's no service delivery, but in Eguleni, these guys, because I think they've never been that side, they were very surprised to say, in Loras, are these suburbs? Because Eguleni, I think Eguleni, the privilege, they are better than.
So Aretse saw Tshepo. Aretse saw Tshepo, and thank you for sharing. Tshepo saying Val is rotten. Sasha from Pretoria, you also grew up go Val.
I grew up in the Vaal. My parents-in-law are still in the Vaal. And there's a running joke that it's actually so sad, but the joke is, how do you know someone is not drunk in the Vaal? Like, straight. So many potholes.
Oh my gosh.
It is not even funny. The potholes, especially in Vaal Park, it's gravel. It's not even tar anymore. And also, Sasolburg was once the town with the most beautiful and the most trees. There's so few trees left. There's a beautiful big circle with a fountain. The fountain hasn't run for years. It is just so sad. And the municipality is to blame because it's bankrupt and it is political influence.
Yo, thank you so much for sharing your experience, Sasha. So, so many people expressing about Val. I want to look at more of your messages, but before that, we've got some of your voice notes on 072 702 1702.
Hi, you're speaking to Busi. I just moved to Sondheim Park in Ferrari. The guy who said about and I'm talking about whether it's the location or it's the suburbs, there's sewage, the streets, the potholes, there's no street lights, the whole Mfuleni. And I'm not talking only about the location. I stay in the suburb, but it's just the same. If you go to Midval, it's a different story. But Mfuleni, it's really, really bad. And mind you, we pay rates and taxes without faith, because if you don't, they will disconnect you. It's very sad.
Hi, Salon Centurion. There's a lot of neglect everywhere I drive, but I also think we are seeing levels of vandalism that we have never seen before. People steal, people steal things. I was dropping off my cousin at TUT in Sosha, and there's a guy that is pushing a wheelbarrow. He comes out of his house with a wheelbarrow with a pile of rubbish, and he pushes it across the road, and there's a bit of an open field there, and he goes and drops it there, and he goes back inside. What's wrong with our people? There's neglect on the left side, and there's also just vandalism and carelessness of our people on the right side.
Sure. That's a tough one. I'm seeing so many areas being mentioned. Mfuleni has been mentioned again. There are many other people saying Val is just in the gutters at the moment. Sam Kwenda on my TikTok live says, I from Soshanguve, I experienced being hijacked twice. Our African brothers are killing us. Sorry, I'm off topic. Well, you kind of are, because it depends. How do you measure if a place has been neglected? To me, if the safety in the area has changed, a place is being neglected. And the more affluent areas, I'm talking your Sandowns and what are these ones around Melrose Arc? You've got your North Cliffs. There are areas where they are not neglected, that you can make a phone call and things will happen. There are areas where you call the police, within 3 minutes. So I don't think neglect should only be reduced to potholes and trash and the roads being finished. Is it not also having access to services, emergency services immediately? We're going to pick this up when we come back from the news. It's just after 1:30, time for your latest eyewitness news headlines. What is happening here with the chairperson role of Parliament's ad hoc committee?
Well, Relebogile, a very good afternoon. Opposition parties have voiced their unhappiness at having an ANC member elected as
guys, I don't know Val is so bad. Okay, Andrew says Benoni is bad and neglected.
Was elected unopposed to lead the ad hoc committee during its first meeting today. The committee is probing allegations made by KZN Provincial.
Or somebody was saying, I can't remember the area, but they said, be it Kokasi or the Burbs.
Police in Randfontein on the West Rand today. Police say the men were intercepted by officers while they were allegedly planning the robbery of a businessman who was on his way to bank his money. Deputy Provincial Commissioner Fred Gegana says the suspects opened fire on the officers who tried to stop their vehicle. And Sheba Gold Mine says it has blocked all known supply routes used by illegal miners in Barberton, but the company admits the site's network of shafts.
What is this area? People are sending me pictures. Homestead Park. Homestead Park.
Has been arrested at the mine since last week as part of the police operation. Those are the headlines. This EWN and more at 2 or as it happens.
Well, heading in and out of the Joburg CBD, there's still bumper traffic. This is in the Amalgam area on the Main Reef Road between Nazareth Road and the M2. Some good news though. That accident seen in Midrand on the M1 South near New Road has been cleared. However, traffic remains a bit sluggish still. So avoid that route if you can. Otherwise, the rest of 702 lane not looking too bad. Just look out for those faulty traffic lights in Randburg at Madabonga Drive and Mahogany. Traffic lights still not working in Alex at Marlborough Drive and Far East Bank. If you come across any other traffic issues, please SMS us on 31702. We are also on X at EWF Traffic.
Guys, sometimes we do speak during news because that's our time to speak as colleagues. Homestead Park is next to Mayfair. I just searched, it's next to Mayfair. Yeah. Come see the pictures.
Following the failure of negotiations,
where's this thing?
Tariffs imposed by US President.
Look,
Look
at this. This is terrible.
And that's sewage mixed with garbage. No, guys.
A very big market and an important market for us. And
But this looks like a dump site though.
Concretely address one or two.
Oxalayo, it's not supposed to be there.
Given them a lot of information they
Yo.
just don't want to hear. Dr. Stavros Nikolaou.
6 to 9 on 702.
At the heart of global conversations shaping the future, Africa's voice matters more than ever. As Africa's largest bank by assets and lead sponsor of the B20 Summit, Standard Bank Group is proud to spotlight the continent's growth partnerships and potential on the world stage. Through informed dialogue and powerful partnerships, Standard Bank is driving sustainable growth where it matters most. Standard Bank is an authorized FSP and registered credit provider.
And there you go, your favorite latte, hot and ready. You never disappoint. So, did you see that email? Oh, it's going down. Let's catch up later. Got another Zoom meeting. Oh, okay.
Meet our audience. They are working, living their lives, sharing stories, and always listening. So if you're going to interrupt them, it better be good. Prime Media Broadcasting Sales. We help you connect with every productive, innovative, and dynamic individual in our audience. From the open plan office to the executive.
Did you add more questions to the runner for Femergy?
Advertise at primemedia.co.za today.
Hey Jim, what's wrong? Hi Bob. I'm just so confused. I'm trying to buy a car and I don't know where to stop. Well, have you tried to... have you tried to... Sorry, we're trying to do an advert.
Whatever car you want to buy or sell, cut through the and just go to cars.coza and let's find what moves you. Cars.coza.
Looking for real ways to live greener? Then don't miss Green Tip of the Week, your weekly dose of sustainable inspiration. From eco-entrepreneurs to climate champions, we sit down with the people making real change. Catch Green Tip of the Week every Tuesday on Afternoon Drive with John Pillman from 3 to 6 p.m. only on 702. Proudly brought to you by Volvo. It's safe to be brave with Volvo.
Your life.
Your afternoon radio
On 702 Afternoons.
with Relebohile Mabucha.
24 minutes to 2 o'clock rather, and we've been having a conversation about neglected suburbs, cities, townships in Gauteng, so all of Gauteng, chat to us about what makes them feel neglected. What are you using to measure? And we've got so many messages. I'm struggling to keep up to try and give everybody an opportunity to share. Val has come out quite high up on this list of conversations. But let's hear from you on 011 883 0702 and the WhatsApp line 072 702 1702. Some of your Facebook messages. One says, others are better looking haunted than looking like Yeovil, Berea, and Hillbrow. That's from Nokwanda. And then we have another person, Sire World ZW says, is it not Blow Boss Rand? It has to be Blow Boss Rand. Simpiwe says, Val as a whole, yo. Kempton Park CBD is what Linda says. LG says, all of them. Vutomi says, I'm based in Alex, but Germiston, no man. So you're saying Germiston is worse than Alex. Elsa de Almeida says, La Rochelle, Rosettenville, Turfontein, Malvern, the whole of Joburg City Center. Ramusidedi says, Kempton Park, Germiston, what is going on with those two cities? Benoni is what Mukadzi has to say. Elsa also says, which suburbs are actually, the question you should be asking is, which suburbs are well maintained, because that's a shorter list. We go to the lines. Chari from Alberton, hi.
Hi, William Linebuki, how are you?
Good, thanks, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Yes, I'm calling from Alberton, but I stay in Benoni.
Yes.
Benoni, Actonville, it's very bad.
Oh.
It's very bad. I had reported water burst about 3 months ago. And every time it is reported that it has been, the case is being closed, but the water is running as I speak to you now. This is now for the past 3 months.
Just they're continuing to run. Nobody's coming to fix it.
Nobody for 3 months.
Sure. And that's a tricky one.
And the worst part, the street is even very, very dirty. The streets are quite dirty. But to me, my main concern is the water that has been running there for the past 3 months, 24 hours a day. That's very bad.
Chari, thank you so much for sharing your feedback there. On the WhatsApp line, I agree, Randburg is a dump. Water disruptions, no traffic lights, potholes, no street lights. They dig up the pipes and then leave it like that for months. It is terrible. Afternoon level, the whole of Johannesburg is becoming a disaster. The daily route is Mayfair, Braamfontein, Hillbrow, Parktown. No robots working. Potholes are getting larger every day. Traffic is a mess every day. High level, I'm in Birch Acres, Kempton Park. Bylaws are neglected in our area. Car mechanics, vendors, car washers, shisanyamas popping up all over, even next to main roads, is what that says. Cosmo City roads are so bad. They were last maintained when Zuma was spread. Sorry, guys, I should not be laughing. But the way the person is saying, which right now feels like a lifetime ago. If they maintained, they only do the main roads, but the roads within the township are so bad. Ooh. Another person says, Santon, anonymous, one of the most neglected suburbs in Gauteng is also Mayfair. We still take our drives as that was once home. It is so sad to see what's happened there. It is dirty. It's not well looked after. Sewage flows in certain parts. The roads are getting worse by the day. And let's not get into the constant water and electricity issues. And I saw some messages coming through on TikTok. Ian says Deep Slut. Jules Newton says Kensington, neglected. Another person says Ward 58, Homestead Park, saying our community park has been invaded and is being used to breed cows. And then they're showing images of tons of rubbish. It looks like a dump site. They've also shared a video. Okay, it's literally like next to a complex. It's rubbish, it's sewage, and then there's cows. There's a lot going on. We go to the voice notes on 072 702 1702.
Just afternoon, Lebo. Good show as always. Lebo, I myself live in the township, but I normally go to Randbeck if I want to use some banks and other things. Randbeck is deteriorated. The shopping center, Randbeck CBD. I went to KFC the other time with my daughter. I couldn't even eat properly. While you're sitting there eating, some homeless people comes and ask for some donations. I'm not dissing homeless people as per se, but what I'm saying is even the security around that area feels so. Everything else is neglected. Randbeck is something else. It has deteriorated. It's not a joke. Thanks, Lemo. Tell me.
Afternoon, Rebecca. This concept of the municipalities not looking after areas, just generally throughout the country, the concept of metros is a failure. They can't cope because the areas and the divergent requirements are so different. We need to rethink this and perhaps go back to having municipalities that are closer to the people and their areas and their needs. Even the metro in the Western Cape, Cape Town, you hear of outlying people crying that there what was once a municipality or local municipality is now left in the dark without services. This whole thing of metros perhaps needs to go. Have a good afternoon, Tom.
You, hey, yeah, no, that's 100% true what the caller just said on that recording. 100% true. I said the same thing last week to my son when I went to go drop him off. I said, you know, the last time when I was your age and I came to Randbeck was so beautiful. Now, it's a disaster. It looks worse. It looks like Hillbrow now.
Hi, I totally appreciate how all these suburbs are ruined, but I'm desperate for someone to put some lines or lanes on the M1 going from at least, even if it's just Killarney to Woodmead. You can't see where you're going in the rain or the dark, and it's actually dangerous. Someone should just do the highway line so we can see what's going on.
Hello, Kile. Anonymous here. I grew up in a place called Municipal, east of Bloemfontein in the Free State. In my section, which is section S, we still use pit toilets. And if you need municipality to come and drain your toilet, that only happens if there's a funeral. If you produce like a death certificate, only then they come to drain the toilet. But it's still pit toilet. If it's full, you need to move. You need to dig up another hole and move it over there. It's just how it is.
Lebochile, Darren Randberg, about Randberg, absolutely disastrous. Some robots have been down for almost 3 years, never been fixed.
I'm going to take Patrick.
Potholes, they're trying to deal with that a little bit. But Randberg and those roads he's talking about, it was never built correctly. Those roads, heavy trucks have actually collapsed those roads on Molobongwe.
Yeah. Let's go to Patrick in Pretoria. Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Levo. How are you?
Good, thanks, and you?
I'm okay. Hey, there is this road, Mugula Road, Mabopani Unit M, next to Lefai Mediclinic. It is flowing, the sewage flowing all over across that road. And when you come from Soshanguve, that's the only road to cross into that medical facility. This has been ongoing for a number of months. It's sewage, it's water, the road is even damaged by that road.
Sure. And Patrick, it's such a pity, guys. The diseases, and we haven't even spoken about the fact that our gutters are in such a state. All the areas that keep flooding, what do you think is happening there? What do you think is happening there? But I want to read a message which maybe will answer the question that was asked. Janet says Bedford View has a residents action group directed by Marina Constas, and they are doing good work. It seems residents working together can achieve quite a lot, but they pay for it, while councillors do nothing and get salaries. Management skills are few and far between. Thank you so much, Janet, for that message. I have seen that to be the case. I have family in Bedford View where if you want security, you all club together to close off your street. You all club together, but what for the people who don't have the money? And maybe we need to pick up the conversation of, okay, now that we know that these places are neglected, what can we do about it?
Before the president has his national dialogue, the people will have theirs. This Wednesday,
Yes, people.
join Clement Maniatela for the People's Dialogue on 702. The questions won't be scripted, the truths won't be polished, but the voices will be heard.
What
Dear
time is
Mr.
it?
President, lend us your ears. Because before
Muting you guys for gambling.
and before power, there is accountability. The People's Dialogue with Clement Maniatela. You've watched, you've waited. Now you speak. To the country, to the president, to each other. Wednesday, 6 August.
Keep some of the messages. Let's discuss after we can do now.
702. Let's walk the talk.
Don't miss out on the Powerball jackpot, estimated at a mind-blowing 124 million rand this Tuesday. Dare to dream big by playing Powerball now for the estimated 124 million rand jackpot and your chance at multi-millions. Buy your tickets now in store on nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply dial star 120 star 7529 hash for USSD. Panda Pusher Play. Players must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. Ituba is the proud operator of the National Lottery.
FNB Private.
124 million! I'm playing!
Tap, swipe, or go digital with your FNB Visa cards. Earn rewards when using your FNB credit card or global account debit and virtual card. You can even fund your global account on the FNB app while traveling. Make the most of every moment. Unlock invaluable with FNB Private. Help changes everything. FNB, a division of First Rand Bank Limited, an authorized FSP and credit provider. TC's own rules and limits apply.
The Johannesburg Philharmonic Orchestra's early spring season features a stellar lineup of international and local talent. Enjoy favorites by Mozart, Beethoven, and Tchaikovsky. Concerts run at the Linda Auditorium on Thursday evenings from 7 to 28 August. Book at Quicket. Visit jpo.co.za for more info.
This tech feature is brought to you by Ex-Nilo, trusted in hosting.
This tech feature is brought to you by Ex-Nilo, trusted in hosting. And for today's tech feature at 10 minutes to 2 o'clock, we are chatting to Michael Clampett, who is an asset and property management executive, around how fully digital plug-and-play stores are changing retail. And of course, we want to hear from you. 011-883-0702 and the WhatsApp line 072-702-1702. Michael, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Please tell us, what exactly is this concept of a fully digital plug-and-play store?
Yeah, let me try to sum it up in a nutshell. It's actually been around at Mall of Africa for a year and a half. This is something we first spotted in the UK just after COVID. There were some big retailers in their high streets, and there was a way to activate some of those high streets again. So effectively, it's a space that we fitted out. It's got a lot of screens. It's got some technology or content management back-end system. And what it does is it allows online-only brands or up-and-coming brands to lease it from us on a very short period of time, but upload their brand, their identity on this content management system, and effectively within a day have a store ready to trade.
Oh, so as opposed to what usually would happen, which is you now need to customize the space and put your drywalling up and then have your store designer come in and see where you're going to brand. And how long does that process usually take?
Yeah, that's correct. I think the barriers for entry for people to enter, let's rather call it in the physical bricks and mortar retail environment, is very high. Either the landlord requires you to sign a 5-year lease, something that small businesses don't necessarily